The yin and yang of movement pain. What does it mean? How is it related? Today we are talking about how this philosophical concept can help you overcome the joint pain that you're feeling. Before we get into the video, guys, if you get value from this, if you like some of the content, please hit the like and subscribe button. This is a great channel to help you overcome any pain that you're feeling, build awareness, build knowledge. You know, it's a lot more correctable than we think. And I'm hoping through this channel, I can help you guys understand that a little bit better. So hit the subscribe button. Today, we're gonna be talking about what the yin yang symbol represent in general. There are 5 principles to the yin and yang, and afterwards we're going to be taking a physiotherapy example and relating it to these 5 principles so that hopefully by the end of this video you get some clarity on, you know, some of the confusion that comes with chronic pain. So let's dive right in. Yin and yang is a Chinese philosophy that represents duality, or the idea that opposite characteristics can actually exist in harmony and complement each other. It can be seen in many aspects of life: hot and cold, light, dark, life and death. There are 5 major principles that encompass this yin and yang philosophy. Number 1, together, yin and yang make the whole. Neither yin or yang can be fully dominant. There needs to be a balance between the two. An equal balance between yin and yang creates harmony. Yin and yang are never static. And number 5, external forces can disrupt yin and yang. So how does this relate to movement pain? It's easy to think that the chronic pain that we feel can be related to some sort of damage, pathology that's wrong with the body, and thus leading to some of the pain that we feel. But as pain science has advanced, and as you may have come from learning from my channel, we have a different approach to pain. We like to think of it in a more constructive way. We like to think pain is an inherently good signal from our body letting us know that something could be better, something could be perfect. And it's your body's way of letting you know that maybe perhaps that area of pain is out of balance in some way. There's a disruption in that yin and yang. So let's relate it to an example here. We're gonna talk about, you know, the example of a hip pain, knee pain, or ankle pain with the functional movement of running, jogging, or walking. Number 1, walking or running or jogging has a yin and yang to it as well. We have the loading phase where you're putting all the weight onto your leg, and then you have the explode phase, which is pushing off to propel you forward. And together, these 2 opposing forces make the whole process of running happen. They make the whole of running, which is the first principle of yin and yang. Number 2, yin and yang cannot be fully dominant. And from a physiotherapy standpoint, I see this all the time. Some people are really good with the 1 phase, the loading phase, but really poor with the extension phase or the exploding phase, or even vice versa. This overdominance of one and underdominance of other oftentimes is what is the cycle that eventually leads to this thing we call pain. Number 3, an equal balance creates harmony. If you can identify which phase is disrupted, learn more about that phase, learn what muscles are involved in that phase, learn how to strengthen those muscles and how to integrate that a little bit better, you might find that you can recreate that harmony of yin and yang, and what you might find is that your pain might suddenly lessen or become less intense. Yin and yang are never static. Number 4, this is an interesting concept. It is a dynamic process. As you age, things tend to get worse with time. However, we can choose the slope at which we can decline. So that's something that kind of represents that nothing is static. Things are changing always. On the opposite side of the spectrum, nothing is static. You can always work on something. You can always adapt. You can change for the better. And no matter how long you've been feeling pain, this yin and yang isn't static. Any effort you put in today and consistency moving forward can change things and change it for the better. And lastly, number 5, external forces can disrupt this yin and yang. Similar to number 4, our past injuries of life, bad car accidents, surgeries, they all add this little spice onto things that can disrupt that harmony of yin and yang. So when trying to help you figure out your own problems and pains, it's important to look back to your history. Did you have any external forces that disrupted this perfect harmony that was the yin and yang prior to the pain? You might find that if you had taken a break from running, had one of these external disruptions, you took the time to slowly recover, and then once you got back into running, things weren't the same. You couldn't do things, pain was starting to build up, and it's again, it represents more so of how the external force disrupted things, and the solution is kind of restoring that harmony. A few mindset pointers for success. Sure, there could be hardware damage in there and it could be leading to your pain. But this thought process is non-constructive, and the only solution to that is to surgically go in there and clean it up. And if you've ever been to surgery, you know, there are some risks with that. They make you sign your life away. You get scar tissue, which automatically restricts and tightens things in that area. But you're hoping that it trades off for the pain. But again, sometimes it changes things. So before you jump down that route of hardware damage and I need to fix it, maybe you should try the conservative approach. Change your mindset to the idea that pain is an inherently good signal, and start trying to tune into your body and figure out what that signal is telling you. By treating pain as a good signal from the body, letting you know that there is disharmony within the system, it takes you down a different path where we search for answers. Which part of yin and yang is out of balance? Do you know about the yin and yang in your area of pain? If you can figure out which muscles are associated with that disharmony, you can do strengthening options to help it. You could learn stretches for opposite areas that help that disharmonious area get a little bit more active and involved. All it takes is a little knowledge, understanding, and a little bit of effort, but it can be completely done. And there you have it. There is how an ancient Chinese philosophical concept relates to some of the pain that you are feeling today. This concept doesn't just apply to running, it applies to low back pain, hip pain, knee pain, ankle pain, thumb pain, big toe pain. The real question is, do you know about those areas? Do you know about the yin and yang? And if the answer is no, it's time to learn more about it. This is your body, it's yours for the rest of your life. You only get one, so might as well treat it like it's the only one you're gonna get, and learn as much as you can about it. If you got some value from this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This will allow us to share it with more people across the YouTube platform and help people get this good quality information. But stay tuned for next video. We're posting at least once a week. Physiojoe out.